for this third match, and it's going to come down to whoever stays calm. I think the nerve is going to get to everyone here. First tournament they've competed in for money, for glory. Let's see who takes it and progresses through to the semi-finals.
Absolutely, and we are underway in the final match between these guys as it's 1-1 in this best of 3. And K-pop, do they get control? I don't think so, because the roundabout spawn goes Ark's way. It's something it is a bit of a lotto shot whether you get that roundabout spawn, and Ark get it, so they will get the first holders. We'll jump on board with Anime Weeb coming in for the first retake, and he gets both picks. Oh, it's awesome when you just catch the action by kind of luck of the draw. As this first sight, we've seen it be neck and neck between these guys previous, and there we go, back and forth, back and forth. Ark having the small advantage though, holding the point a little bit longer to start off the game, so they do have a little bit of an advantage here, but we see some uncharacteristic pushes from he getting a little bit impatient there, maybe. So we'll jump on board with Anime Weeb as he's coming up from behind these guys, potentially getting some picks as he is the Orpik, does get one pick, waiting for his team to come from roundabout as he waits for the LMG to go in. Bit of a damage to Soka, but this is...
Ark just holding it down. Ark did really well there on the early rotation, even though they already had the site. They had a couple of teammates go up the ramp and get a few picks from the K-pop players coming through mid, and they just got, turn it into a 2v4 pretty much. And I think they're going to still hold it here, 2v1. A few of the members from Ark spawning down at double walls, and they're coming in for the reinforcements now to fend off from the ramp push, and they're still holding it. You couldn't ask for a better start for Ark here.
Very healthy start.
Almost 1,000-point lead coming in. It's going to be more than 1,000-point lead coming into this cave site. K-pop, I'd like to see them hold this next cave site and, take the lead, a bit further down. And we're going to see a 4-man push from roundabout for Ark. And look at that. Like I said, K-pop.
Stronghold.
Good to see them hold that. No members lost. Getting a good 4-stack.
Yeah, and I mean, people that sort of don't really know what's going on could probably see, they were down by, 1,000 points very early and think, it's all over, but it's very easy to come back. But we see here, it's coming down to Hanlo versus Rejection. He does get the pick, but now it's a race of whose team's going to get to point first.
Yep.
As we see NT coming in, but he just gets absolutely deleted. And Ark have definitely... I think they're pumped, Johnny. I actually think Ark, after taking out the victory in Map 2 and getting their pick, I think that's what they needed as a team to be more pumped. They're coming in with a lot more aggression this game, stronger holds.
I mean, look at go in. Look at that LMG. Yeah,
and
perfect.
Look at that.
I think you're right.
It's just...
Yeah, they're just using the momentum from that last win, and they're just, relentlessly pushing into these sites. Rejection, who's that LMG player? Rejection, yeah, he's just flying into these sites, causing absolute mayhem. And look at that hold. This is looking just great for Ark. Early, the first rotation of sites, and they've just clearly outclassed K-pop for it. And we're going to see K-pop 4-man push from Con actually, sorry, and they're going to get the site. This will be a good hold for them. They're getting around bit less than 20 seconds of 4-stack. If they can hold it, it's going to be a tough decision, but it looks like Ark's actually going to go for the final push, but they're sending Rejection to hold next.
K-pop needed to die here.
Because...
Effort needed to die.
No.
A smart play would have been Effort to die, the other boys that did die to go to Nu, try and get some control of the Nu side. And that's the thing that separates, Tier 1 teams and Tier 2 teams for, knowing when's a good time. When a team is disrupting you in the last sort of 10 seconds of a site, if there's a, 2, 3, even 4 trying to disrupt your site, it is worth dying because you do get the advantage on the next site. Getting that sort of, 6 to 10 seconds of early stack as you wait for the team to come back from that. And I think that's going to, hold K-pop to
Look at
a
these
deficit.
deagles, the deagles and the knife coming out. You just see them jumping around trying to deagle secondary mayhem, and Ark somehow pulls through. And they're gonna just continue to hold it. It looks like they're just barely holding onto this site. Rejection pretty much on 1 health, and looks like K-pop's gonna get some sort of control on this plat site. You know, they really need to start clawing it back here, because if they leave the lead, if they give Ark the lead too much, then it's gonna be dangerous in the last couple of sites.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Ark again getting even more control, you know, doubling K-pop's score. They need to turn it around here. They need to get a couple of good pushes, you know, holding. They need to hold it. They need to get all 4 on the site here, you know. We're going to see 4 mid from Ark. It's going to be a 2v2, 3v2, 3v1 now. And Sir Dat has to back off a little bit, but he gets picked off by NT. And K-pop getting somewhat of a decent, you know, hold here. You know, they're only getting like 1 or 2 people on the point though. And they you know, I want to say that was a small victory for K-pop there, but Ark's already 4 stacking on the next site.
Yeah, definitely wasn't enough of a comeback. These guys, they need to stack more. They need to get, you know, every member that's alive. When you're down by sort of, you know, 1,500 to 2,000 points, you definitely need to have every single member on the point. You need these holds, and this hold here is critical. They cannot lose to Arcade, and they need to get everyone back on point right now. As Sir Dat trying to get a little bit of poke in. These guys, this is a desperate hold right now. They need this so badly, as it's looking like it's a 1v1 between Effort and Arcade, and Arcade gets it. And Johnny, I think this cave site has actually been the downfall of K-pop this game, and that upper plat site.
Yeah.
You know, their retakes, their holds, their time on point, it's slipped a bit. And I touched on it earlier before this game started. I was saying, you know, maybe not so much fatigue, but like mentality-wise, could be affecting some of these players. And it definitely seems like Ark coming off that win and getting like that 80-point advantage and the map pick in their favor has definitely, you know, done something for these guys. They're the ones that are looking way more, you know, confident. They're pushing in as a team.
Yeah.
They're not slipping up like we're seeing K-pop slip in this one. And you know, it's not what you want to see after such a good showing from both teams, but it is not over. 4.5 minutes left.
God. K-pop needed to win that 1v1 there. Look at all the players just scattered across the map. Bit of a TDM fest right now with the spawns all over the place, but Ark's probably going to get control for the last 10 seconds. K-pop just needs to say, yep, forget about that one. Yep. Go to next. Let's get a good hold on this next. Get 10 seconds of a 4 stack. I mean, I would like to see, yep, there we go, Handler coming onto site. Good call there, great call. They're going to get around 10 seconds of 4 stacking, and that's, you know, it all counts. It's huge. If they can defend it, that'll be great, but it looks like Ark, again, is just going to take control and wipe them off the site, getting the roundabout spawn as well.
Ark's takes are so strong this time. Yeah, like, we saw a lot of back and forward with, you know, one team dies, comes back, they get the retake instantly, but this has not been the case this time. You know, Ark are getting every single retake at this point, as we see a little bit of just disruption there. Sort of, I hope these guys aren't going to throw the lead, but there, you know, they get the disruption pick, they get the fast spawn, Ark get roundabout, and, you know, with 2 to 3 members, they took that site back, and they're going to get this hold, and all 4 members alive. This is a much stronger showing. This is a team that's warmed up, probably talking about things, structuring stuff, and we'll hop on board with Anime Weeb. The AWPer from he's doing a lot of work.
He's got mown down at ramp by K-pop. Look at him. He's putting in work, but he gets revved. Deadly for the sniper. But K-pop looking a bit more confident now on this site, you know, dare I say. They're holding it off pretty well for only 2 people on the site. But that's all it seems like. It just seemed like it was 2 people in K-pop, and I didn't know where the other teammates were. They're going to come through mid. They're going to get it, though, which is good to see. Oh, but they're getting just pop-shotted from Aero.
Yeah,
That's a
every
deadly bloke
time
down mid. Look at him.
every
Yeah.
time K-pop is getting the smallest advantage on point, they just send someone in from Arc, even if he's by himself, to get a disruption kill, and they're actually getting 2 kills. It's a 2-for-1 trade nearly every single time, and it's making it impossible at this rate. And it's going to be like almost a 2,000 point deficit now for He. They can't get that stack. They're just getting disrupted constantly, and it's a bit of a different game tactic from these guys from Arc, but it's definitely paying off as we see an interesting push with Aero going through to heaven, and don't often see that as it does take a little bit of time, and he's still up there. He's getting a pick as well. There's just maybe they were hiding some tactics, and this is where this is the crunch. This is where it matters, winning this game 3, and they're just bringing out all the stops now, showing us what they've got hidden in the bank, and it's now a 2200 lead going into the last point. And I mean, I can't do the maths off the top of my head, but Johnny, I actually think it is not possible for a 2k deficit to come
Um,
back on double walls.
I think it's over. Or no, it's not over. No, it's over.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
over
it looks
now.
like I don't think it's possible to get that many points on this last site, and we've been seeing the whole game. It's just back and forth, taking site from the other team every time, pretty much. But Arc just this game has been holding onto the sites just for a few more, like just for much longer, really. I mean, they've been holding. Usually, we see a team hold a site, and then the other team will push in. They'll get the site. The other team will come back, and they'll get the site. But this game, we've just seen Arc, defending the sites a lot better, and they've still been taking the sites just as much. They've just been a lot more confident and just crisp on these holds. That's what I think. They're
Yeah,
even getting the last 10
definitely.
seconds of this final site, and look at them. They're just mowing everyone down. They're just in sync with who they're targeting, and look at that. That was I don't want to say a blowout because that was still a really good game, but Arc
Mm.
just
And
outperforming K-pop
yeah,
there.
and we look at the